You are watching RTA in Japan, Winter 2025, the English Restream. My name is Bobby Blackwolf. I am thrilled to be the host for the next couple games here. The next one being that arcade beat 'em up classic, Aliens vs. Predator, and I have with me someone who knows a lot about the speedrun. DBcade, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm DBcade. I play a lot of arcade beat 'em ups and fighting games. I'm from Japan, originally born in the States, and this is actually probably #1 favorite action belt game, beat 'em up game, is this one. Yep, I would say that, hands down. You don't have to pull my arm that hard for this one. Yeah, I'm happy to be here and just talk about this game. I'm trying to calm myself down and save it for the run because there's so much to be excited about today.
Yeah, no, and I enjoyed this game too. I actually have I've got a MAME cabinet in my basement, and I have this game on it, and so it's so nice when you just have a button that's got a $sign on it, and that way I can make it through the game. So yeah, looks like the game is starting.
Okay, nice.
So it's time to get hyped, DBcade. I can't wait to hear about it.
Okay, yes. Well, this is Yakata-san, and he's running Alien vs. Predator. This is, like I said, one of the best, if not the best, beat 'em up games by Capcom. It is for the CPS2 arcade system. It's a 1994 release, but this game is timeless, doesn't get old, in fact gets better with age, and there is so much tech in this game. If you wanted a game that essentially plays like has those intricate fighting game systems in it that Capcom is so well known for, this does not disappoint. There's so much to talk about. I'm gonna try and fit everything in. I believe that the run today is with Dutch Schaefer. So Dutch is actually a really good, I'm glad that they're showing this character first because he's the most approachable character to the run. And then there's Lin Kurosawa, and Kurosawa is very good, but she's the most technical character. I actually tend to run Lin Kurosawa a little bit more. And then there's the two Predators, Predator Warrior and Predator Hunter, who are hands down the best characters in the game. However, they're more complicated because of this game's canceling system and things like that. Looks like timer start's going to be 3, 2, 1. Time to hunt. All right, let's start So the very first round, you're just going to kind of hang and use your little uppercut move. It takes a little bit of health here, but Schaefer's power move is extremely good. It hits at a very, very large range, and there's health standing right there for us. And the reason we didn't go left is they kind of walk up the screen, and guess what? We're already at the first boss, everybody. Yeah, we're here. This is the, I think it's Chrysalis. Yeah, Chrysalis. And we want to keep this boss basically against the wall, and then we can do a grab, dash, back kick, and then try and go for a re-grab if we have a chance. But a little bit of bad RNG there. Chrysalis walking back. We're going to do that dash attack you just saw. We are going to see that over and over again. It is what makes Schaefer one of the best in this game. He can fly left and right on the screen and basically he's tackling all the enemies as he goes through. There's nothing you can do. And we're at that was the round 1 City of Despair. We're already at round 2, War in the Underpass. The first thing here is you're gonna see these arachnoidisms. The arachnoid xenomorphs. They tend to be a little bit difficult, but just because of how quickly they move. But we can stand in certain areas on this screen and they'll kind of just run into our fist. So you can do a little bit of mashing, a little bit of button mashing in this game to get them to kind of walk into you, and we're not going to be able to use that too much. You saw there using the classic, final fight turn punch. Schaefer can do a little bit of that in this game, but in general, you want to get that final hit out because it does a little bit more damage. And that one he does is punch, punch, wait, punch, 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 and then he'll do the uppercut. And this is the first elevator section. By the way, you don't have to destroy the controls in this section. It's going to stop pretty much when it needs to. And you see, he could destroy that one over there, that little switch. But now we're going to fight the first mid-boss, which is the Royal Guard. you can use that shoulder tackle to, again, push them against the wall. In general, Schaefer wants to keep them in the corner and then get a little bit of a grab. You can do the... You need the Schaefer combo. There actually are some combo videos out there. I'm not going to post them now, but yeah, if anyone's interested, let me know. I've got lots saved on my PC, and this is a game where you can kind of come up with your own combos. I have a feeling Yakata-san is not going to use the same combos, but in this section he's gonna, especially in these mob sections, try and hang to one particular part of the screen. So on this second screen, now we've got Razor Claws. So Razor Claws, if you were using the Predators and stuff, you would just kind of walk up, punch, 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 cancel before you go in. You can cancel your DP. But Schaefer, again, wanting to use the other ads that come on the screen and usually throw them in. Oh, I didn't even talk about Schaefer's little gun move yet, but first let's see if he can do the pipe throw trick. There's a glitch in this game where when you throw an item, the frame that you throw the item, this is really some unbelievable tech that was found, not by myself. Yes, like Dutch, but I guess it's a different Dutch. I don't know. Those don't align too well. It's better than the AVP movies. This is what the AVP. Oh yeah. By the way, stage 3. I'll talk about this here. Stage 3 is literally an auto scroller. You stand right above that 4. Yakata-san's going to move once. He's going to aim that diagonal, move one little bit at the end there, shoot, and then this stage is going to be over. Yeah, everyone kind of does the same strat here, but Schaefer has a much easier time of this. But yeah, so the glitch with the pipe. So in this game, normally you have the pipe in Final Fight and other game, and every other beat 'em up. But in this game, when you throw the pipe, if you hit the enemy on the same frame that the pipe is hitting them, you will do that damage plus over and over again. So you can do critical hit. You can one-shot enemies in this game. Most enemies, all normal mobs in this game, and most bosses you can do in 2 pipe throws. And we're going to see that a couple times. Whether or not Yakata-san will go for it, like he didn't go for it on that match versus Razor Claws, but in this round 3, Forced Assault, the third screen. Assault on the Queen, the 4th screen. This is kind of where the difficulty starts to spike a little bit, just because you've got the smashers have a little bit more health, so you can't really do them in one combo. You've got to he's going to try and space out left or right, and then you'll see that when you're Schaefer's one of the easier characters to use is because you have the tackle, and then you also have this gun, infinite ammo gun shooting that you can do in the air, and you can use that to kind of glide down and give yourself extra time to bait like you need against these chest bursters. So you're gonna a little bit of a mistake there, but see, because Schaefer can move so smoothly, he's a little bit low on health here. There is not any health on this screen, so he's got to get to one screen here, and he's got to hurry and defeat these stalkers, because if you don't defeat these stalkers, the face huggers start to come out. And if you try and focus on getting rid of you don't need to get rid of the eggs on this one. You need to get rid of the xenomorphs. In fact, if you focus on the wrong thing here, you could get walked up on, and those smashers they'll spit on you. Ooh, this is a real pinch. This is a really big. You gotta get a little bit of health coming up on the next stage. If you can get through this, might even be able to 1cc this. Okay, nice. Yeah, don't worry. Just destroy that face hugger in one hit. And then you get the little trope down here where you walk, enemies walk through the door, and you just say, hey, welcome to my fist. Every beat 'em up has this little trope here. So the health should be on the next screen, but he's got to get through this defender. Defenders do exactly what they say. They defend. There wasn't anything extra. Nice. Get that little slam. Get some cheese. There's one more health coming up here. He's not in the clear. He's not in the clear because Schaefer uses his special move a lot to get rid of enemies all around him. One more health. This little like stretch here can be a little bit difficult, but we want to stay either to the left or right based on where this Royal Guard mini boss comes up. The annoying thing about this Royal Guard boss is that it can go off the screen and then it can come a little bit to the left. It can go off screen, by the way, right or left. In this case, it's kind of moved too far. Okay, down to 1 life. Already using 1 life. It's a little bit of a miss, but I think Yakata-san can come through. Again, a good tackle there. Using a tackle in the combo is good. It's not a true combo, but you can put a little bit of a punch there. Pile driving xenomorphs. Oh, there's lots of that in this game. Oh no, hit by a face hugger. Good mashing, got off that. There's a bunch of extra little weapons in here. Yeah, this is this would have been the space where you kind of restore your health. By the way, he needs to stay right in the middle of the screen here to not let the enemies kind of walk in a line behind him. So that's why you'll see that he's always moving mid-screen. With Hunter and Warrior, the 2 Predator characters, you kind of pick a side because a lot of time you can one-hit combo these characters because of the cancel system. Yeah. This game, I'm telling you, I cannot talk about all the tech. I'll just say, you want to see some combo videos, hit me up after. I got them on the PC. Love them. This game is often run in small communities. I haven't had a chance to play with Yakata-san, but I've had a chance to show some of the tech that I found in this game throughout the throughout the years. Not much. Oh no! He's got a little closer to Alien Queen. Okay, there we go. A little bit better. So the Alien Queen's a little bit funny here. This is not the final fight. You can get to this little dead spot right under the Alien Queen, and he almost had it right there where you can kind of just punch over and over again. And I guess Alien Queen's kind of in dinosaur mode, and the arms don't reach you, so you're safe. And there's also the power-up special. So when you have power-up, you can basically infinitely use your move. However, Schaefer's the only character in the game who really doesn't make use of this. So you just instantly want to go for your tackle, uppercut, unload your diagonal. You aim your gun, shoot down. As you drift down, do it again, tackle. You'll see that combo a lot. That's kind of the main staple combo that you'll use against bosses. And yeah, now we're fighting the army. So there's a lot of weapons in this game, and we're actually going to start using a lot of them because you saw the disc that were like the hunt, the Predator's weapons. But in this one, we are going to get the pulse rifle, or the pulse. Sorry, it's the pulse gun, I think. And the pulse gun can do something very interesting, as well as the smart gun. So any guns in this game, when you pick up the same weapon, you actually stack the amount of bullets in the thing. And so this was tech that I actually found a long time ago and showed some people in the community, because it's not just with the pulse gun and all that. It's with all the guns. So because of this, you can kind of, if you get the same gun and you're able to carry it across the screen, you can basically you have a really way to just delete the enemies because the guns stack on themselves. And so if you were playing this game with multiplayer, the really nice part is, and this is why I always say, hey, if you want to play with me, let me know. The reason why I've been so pressed to do a multiplayer run for this game is because if you have multiple people, you can have one person whose job it is, once you get to this screen, to get those guns and pick the same gun up. And then when you get to the end of the level, you're going to have a super weapon, because it's going to have basically infinite ammo, and you're going to press one button and dump all your bullets into the boss and instantly win. And yes, this works. Now we fight the power loader. The power loader is a little bit irritating because it can move and do flamethrower at the same time, and it also has a kind of a rush out grab attack that we want to avoid. So you do kind of have to up down it, in traditional beat 'em up style, get a few hits in, try and move to the lower upper lanes. There are some extra grenades on here that you will actually use grenades with Schaefer, kind of throw them and then do the uppercut, get a little extra damage. Pretty good run here actually against Power Loader. This is really clean. Got to be careful because power loader can grab you and just melt your health like ice cream on a hot day. It is you will not be in a good spot. But with that, we're on to the round 5 secrets, where we're fighting more of the army. Or is this Nightmare in the Lab? I always forget the names of the stage. No, this might be Nightmare in the Lab. I think we're on the 6th screen. Yeah. The army at this point, they get a little bit smarter. So they started, I don't know, for some reason, all the sergeants started using weapons. You can use your dash to get to the door. Other characters have to use their back dash, or like Lynn will have to just basically hop over the enemies. You want to stay on the right side. If you're playing this game, you want to stay on the right side in this area, because all the enemies will walk from the right, and you have to be a little bit forward thinking. Like in other beat 'em ups, when you play them, you're like, oh, let them come onto the screen. No. In this one, you got to be guns a-blazing. Okay, let's see if he's going to do the trick. He's going to try and probably do the fire all the way through, and wasn't enough bullets, so he's got to use the pulse gun. And okay, good clear. Now, you could go for the pipe throw in this one. You could go for that pipe glitch I talked about and destroy the elevator in one hit, but it's much harder to do that with Schaefer, and it's usually something you do with the hunters. But if Yakata-san had a little bit extra ammo on that, he could have just instantly unloaded his smart gun. The smart gun, by the way, is the longer weapon into the elevator. But you have to destroy the elevator, or you will. I don't remember if it's an instant continue, but it's a huge time loss. And that's kind of like the first big, I guess, like wall to this speed run is right there. Like learning how to get through that elevator section really quickly. Yeah, these sergeants are super rude on this section. They're just jerks. They'll just come up and do that little quick shank on you. It's really terrible. This section, we have a little bit of stalkers, and we're gonna try and get them onto come from the left side. Yeah, they all kind of drop down in this, so your positioning is pretty important. Not only do they fall from the sky, a lot of them will just like not swoop, but like crawl and slither to the screen really quickly. So it's extremely hard to react and get into the right position. So this screen takes a lot of focus. Yakata-san's lined up pretty well. Nice tackle there. See, using the tackle, backdash back. I don't think he was trying to grab there, but the nice thing about Schaefer is that he's bigger, so he gets a little bit more grab range, and he has the strongest grab slam in the game. Other characters like Hunter, Predator, and Lynn can grab, but they usually do cancels from their grab. Like they can grab, and then while they're holding the enemy, they can go into their DP punch and then cancel that. And then Lynn can like throw in the air, and then she can like down. Chat mentioned it before. Pogo the enemy basically in the air, and you can. It takes a little bit of timing and practice, but it's pretty funny when you can do it. Okay, good. Got to the right side. Got to get rid of that warrior there, and we're gonna slide on in. Nice throw, really good setup there from Yakata-san. Amazing lineup. Got them in the corner. Extra damage, full damage from Sarge. We're finally getting to see it. And Schaefer, if you're really panicking, you got the bullets. Nice. Xenomorphs confused, spitting on the wrong side.
コマンド技とかいろいろね、こうすごく隙が少ないのに無敵時間があるとかいろいろすごい使いやすい
Nice, good. There you could see the kind of the full range of that power move. But I think that Yakata-san might be a little bit conservative with that move because of that not having the extra health. And the settings should be on default, so I don't know if there's going to be an extend coming. If there was, it would be on at 1,800,000. All right, so this is the last elevator section. You can use that to kill the mad predator quickly. Really difficult stage here if you don't finish this quickly, because this basically becomes a WWF match, and you have to wait for the predator to basically jump down and body slam, and then also mad predator will use their invisibility and disappear, and it is very hard to, I think it's like you have 3 different patterns that you can get into in that situation. So really good situation. Again, a little bit lacking on the ammo there, so he wasn't able to just one hit melt. Yeah, no, casually, that is a really awful section. Isn't there an extra mad predator that comes too with 2 players? I want to say there is. Don't quote me on that. I haven't been playing the multiplayer, the co-op version much, but I'm pretty sure on the 3P there becomes one extra mad predator. So that fight becomes even more dangerous, and then you have to worry about lining them up in a row. By the way, this is we're coming close to the end of this. This is the round 7, the 7th screen, Hunt's End, and you get to kind of see every single enemy we fought will come up on here. The chest bursters, the face. I don't think there's any. Hopefully, there's not any face huggers. The warriors, the stalkers. I love all the names in this. Yeah, if you love Predator or just retro beat 'em up, this seriously is a must-play game. It's not like, oh yeah, I'll get around to it. No, find a way to play it. I still can't get over that Black Wolf-san has this cabinet, because wow, what a I'm a very jealous.
Well, I have a generic cabinet, and this happens to be on it.
Oh, well, that's still good enough for me. I mean, I would be on it all day. I mean, it is a must play before you die kind of game, in my opinion. It is just a beautiful game. Oh, this screen. Yeah, we got to be a little bit careful here. If Yakata-san hadn't perfectly got the uppercut there, would have had to jump to the left screen, but really amazing play. This is going to be a good video. Got to watch out for these lasers. The lasers, watch out. And you got the chest bursters coming. Gonna do crouch tackle there. Nice. Good spacing. Again, Yakata-san can't overshoot on this one, because that you see that little laser beam. It's there. It's like it's much closer than you think. It's much closer. Ready to cut Schaefer in half. That's about 1/4 of your life, by the way, if you get hit by that. It's quite a bit. Quite a nasty chunk. That chest buster was being really rude. Really rude. One more. Come on. Unfortunately, warriors, they get really low in that position. They're just creeping up on you, and maybe Yakata-san could have jumped and put him there, but then he's betting on that the AI could just like move around, and then is in a bad situation, because while Schaefer does have that gun, you're you are basically stuck in the air once you do your little machine, your arm gun. Nice, good scoop on there. Got 2 of them. Clean hits on these warriors, by the way. Very good. See that's the kind of movement that warrior will do. It's like it makes you think that it's going to go around. Generally speaking, trying to catch enemies in this game while they're moving diagonally can be tricky, to put it lightly. It's you kind of got to wait for them to get onto your area. Come on, a little more punches in there. Nice. All right. This is the hardest section of the game coming up. Get that health. This is so 2 royal guards this time. The royal guards. If Yakata-san can keep them on that right side of the screen right now, this is going to go easy. And it looks like really making good use of that arm gun right there. Nice tackle. Got them off screen. Doesn't want to knock them too far off screen. See, because they kind of hop on there. There you can see. Now they're kind of trolling. Okay, the trolling's beginning. But nice. Yeah, this screen is if you're not sweating normally, just the thought of aliens coming to scratch your face out. This is truly from all sides and corners, and it's just this is probably the third biggest like hurdle in this game is this section here. It's just you really don't have too much health recovery, and then you got to do another mid boss here. It's kind of like a boss rush section, but the Chrysalis enemies aren't that hard. You can kind of just dump onto them. They don't have too much priority on their attacks in general. Oh, nice, making use of the flamethrower. Yeah, we didn't even talk about the flamethrower that much. Flamethrower is a hitbox like pretty much is invincible, so you can just put it out on wake up and it beats essentially everything. So it's like a really good like safety tool. Yeah, shit. Nice. Okay. Nice use. All right, now we got to fight the power loader again. This power loader is much harder than the first one. Less health, but it's for some reason, I don't know. I guess because the general's not in it. The guy controlling it just is much more aggressive. The moment you're in front, he'll leap forward, try and go for the little drill attack or flamethrower. One more clean combo on that power loader. We can get out of here. Safe strat with trying to really close here. There's health though. Yep. Nice. The nice thing about this game, health is not random. It is in set locations. You know where you kind of stand. And the good thing is, coming up on this last section, there's a little bit more health coming. Nice. Again, whenever you see these kind of sections, just hang to the right and try and zigzag your way. Probably trying to get mid-screen and okay, so once you defeat that guy, then the aliens come. I didn't know that. Interesting. So that's why he was waiting on that. Lots of stalkers in this one, and Yakata-san doesn't really have the HP to play around. Ooh, that raw hit. That stalker just said, "You know what? If I can't hit you with my long reach tail, I'll bop you in the head." Get those soft drinks.
逆にね、メタルスラック4ってサイレントドラがかなりうまくいってワンコインくらいできたんですけど、本番でね、うまくいくはずがないんですよ、本来は。これもね、全部練習を頑張ってなんとかこう根性で乗り越えた先がやっぱり世界記録とかなんですね。
The kind of the fourth hard section here, fourth hurdle, knowing where to kind of shoot here. This is kind of a memorization section. Nice drop kick. Yes, drop kicking the knife. Okay. That was nice. Someone clipped that. That was really good. That was awesome. I like that little touch. That is hard. That is harder than it looks, by the way. You know, he's full health, so fair enough. Still safe here. We're still 1 coin clear.
ここはですね、基本的に兵士たちの特性としましてね、
So you're wondering why are you using all the weapons, right? Well, one, there's an enemy coming in from on screen, but if you don't take the weapons, the enemies spawning on the screen will take the weapons that you left behind. So you're just giving them a free weapon, basically. So it's better just to unload all the ammo. Yeah. By the way, that tech that you just saw, Yakata-san, that is exactly how you're supposed to defeat those chest bursters. That is the quote-unquote safe strat, but it's actually faster. Like, I really feel that Schaefer just doesn't have to worry about the chest bursters nearly as much as the other characters because of tackle and because of that. Alright, this is the last section of the game. The general's called out all his major troops. And we're not going to be using we're going to kind of abandon the smart gun here, and we're going to pick up this pulse gun, and we're going to start stacking it if possible, because unfortunately that they disappeared. Uh-oh. So we want to get you want to get those pulse gun stacks so that you can defeat the boss much quicker. But okay, don't. He's gonna save that health. He's gonna save probably. Oh no! I guess. What kind of pizza is that, by the way? I always wondered. All right. Oh, it's the last boss. No, the general gets completely owned, and now we gotta fight the alien queen. This time we cannot use the cheap strat that we could before. We're gonna use our tackle to try and get right into the middle of the alien queen. Load up, and we have to be careful because the alien queen will go into this mode where the alien queen is gonna try and hook the top of the screen. When that happens, we cannot do anything, and we have to focus on getting rid of these mid-bosses that come onto the screen. Luckily, actually, Yakata-san has really good RNG right now. And there you go. You see that the queen, there's that hook. Do not get hooked. Do not get hooked. You are done. Hooked and you're cooked. Okay? So, when that happens, this is kind of the RNG section of this fight. Is Queen can go into that several times if you're not quite quick enough, but you also want to be careful not to hit the Queen when you. No, you can do it. Yakata-san, gambare, dekiru. Oh, okay. This is the safe spot. He's right in the safe spot. Okay. Ooh. It's going to be really close here because, yeah, unfortunately, no one. Oh no! He selected the wrong character. Warrior, what are we doing? Oh no! Wrong character select. Yes. He's got to unfortunately let Warrior die unless he wants to show off a combo real quick. Yeah, that was a really close 1 coin clear. The queen, right? When the queen is moving diagonally, you do not want to attack because you're going to face a counterattack. And then what makes this stage particularly hard is that you've got a bunch of ads coming in non-stop. They don't stop. And the queen is still the queen, you know. Even worse than the tail standing behind the queen is the queen has this like little jab that they do if you're like a little bit under mid-range, and it does so much damage. Safe spot? Are you in it? Okay. One more tackle. Nice. GG. That's time stop. Well played by Yakata-san. No, that was couldn't get the 1cc, but got to show the hot tech. This game, really good play. Yakata-san is still one of the best players in the world. To give you an idea, there's about right now about 4 minutes for my personal time. Like with Schaefer, this man has a 27-minute clear. I'm at like 32 minutes. Like I am not anywhere close. I need to re-upload the videos for this game, but there are so many good players, and Yakata-san is definitely, you know, the top player for this game, along with a Brazilian player, Find 80 Hits. Shout out to Manticore-san and all the other Felipe-san, all the other amazing players in this game. Yeah, just a fantastic game. I'm sorry if I just was trying to explain enough, because I want you to feel the excitement and really, like, if there's a game, if I can push my arcade agenda, please try this game. It is so much fun, and it's co-op too, right? Apparently it's up to someone said it's up to 3, but I know that it's only 3-player. But even the 3-player version, like I said, you can use some of the tech you saw here today and try and apply it to a 3-player run. So maybe you can gather some people you know. Maybe at the next GDQ, some people can play it. But highly recommended. Big shout outs to Yukata-san. Hopefully we can see this game at RTA in Geisen, which is an arcade event in Japan. If anyone ever wants to do a co-op, just reach out to me. I don't really have anything else to advertise just down like this. There is a beat 'em up Discord and things like that. Just message me if you want it. Maybe I'll put it in the Discord later. Shout outs to English Restream for letting me come on and just gush about my favorite beat 'em up game. Yeah, every time I watch this, now I just want to just waste a day away and play this game. Fantastic play. 31 minutes is so incredibly good. That is a top time. That is like top 4. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Nice. All right, any final shout outs?
No. Play more beat 'em ups, play more fighting games. This was at GDQ. I will say that this was at GDQ, and the run there was a co-op run, and it's also a fantastic run. So if you didn't have enough, go check that out as well. And that's it.
Awesome. You're watching RTA in Japan Winter 2025. Castlevania Lament of Innocence is up next. We're going to take a very quick breather here. Don't close that tab.